right, easy money. Yeah, I could zoom it in, probably be best. All right. Next thing is you can actually take that back. Technical difficulties. All right. Yep, this works. Do I want to finish up this area? Got this. See what my mistake was. Let's set this to like 2. And this, which is easily set to 1, can go right behind it. It's that easy. Then we set this to 3. That looks good. Okay, maybe not. It'll work. Actually, no, I don't like it. Okay, let's redo this. We'll find a better way. Keith, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I was a fan of bringing it down here. Let's just set it to 0. I guess the issue is the smoke gets on the mountain pattern. So we're not going to put mountains on both sides. Let's just put it on 1. And then we'll put some structure here at some point. All right. We're gonna ignore the head for now. Plan to come back to it later when we have more ideas. I do know one thing for sure is we need a massive tree. So the R key on my keyboard has not been working too well. So give me a second. There we go. probably impossible to get a massive tree. Unless it's a dead one. Ooh. This is as big as it goes. I'm a fan of making it like a dead tree. I was trying to go for gray, but trying to get that color is a little too difficult. Unless we say the tree is always on fire, that could be kind of cool. Wifty, welcome. Welcome back, thank you. It has been a pretty long gap between streams. But hopefully we will be more active now should everything go right. And that's going to be the good news. But I got some things planned out too. Thought about also just streaming more game stuff in general. Because there's a lot of single player games I gotta beat and finish up. So I thought it'd be fun to finish them up with you guys. Currently, I got Baldur's Gate, I gotta finish Red Dead, I gotta finish Dragon's Dogma. Man, there's too many of these. I know there's one other big one. Alright. For now, let's play with dead tree instead of burning tree. And we'll consider later if that's something we want to change. But with that, we will grab these small assets. Okay. I guess now we can draw in the bark, which would kind of be more withered. Maybe something like that. And let's see if this works well. Let's make it smaller for the texture. It's too bright. Okay, this looks cool. The only issue is if I'm to do this for every single... Well, actually what I could do is... just make the whole ground scorched. Okay, now we come back with the green. Get a nice blend in. Alright. Snappa, welcome. Incarnate is a fantastic map builder. It's been what I've used for the past, like, 4 to 5 years since I started DMing. It's been absolutely amazing. We're only using the parchment assets for the most part. I think the only thing we used outside of the parchment was the just the brush color, but that was about it. There we go. Okay. This essentially works for what we need it to be. The only thing we want to do is put more diversity in the overall environment, because it feels awkward to just have complete gray smoke right here. So we gotta choose some new colors. How's your day going, Snappa? Wifty and Keith, how are you guys doing? The big news for D&D, by the way, is that, like, in a couple weeks, close around a month maybe, they dropped their new rule books, and that'll be pretty fun to see. I was considering going through all the pages on stream. We could read it together, but oh my god, there's so many of them. I think the main core book is like 200 pages, which is quite wild. All right. None of these really work too well for like a different grass type. So let's just start adding some things in general. Pretty much a forest, or a different forest. I like the idea of a curved forest around here. Let's definitely drop some here. And then open up the middle. Doing good, glad to hear it. I'm a little delayed on seeing chat. I'm so locked in. Okay, so I like putting up this border right here. I guess a good decision to be is setting up the major locations for our kingdoms, and then we can know what to do from there. So we want one here, we want one there, kind of one here. Let's do one here. more here. These won't really be kingdoms. I plan on putting like a pirate area down here by the legs. How do these trees look? Oh, they look awful. Alright, well, I think we're gonna have to table this for now. Think of ideas later. But do not worry, I have another plan for what we're doing. All right, there we go. All right, guys, the plan today, we are going to check out some of the worst reviewed homebrew on D&D Beyond. I realized this is a gold mine for us to check out. There's so many of these homebrew things, thousands of them, and we're going to check them out today. Now, I'm a man of entertainment, so we get to decide which one do we want to check out first. Spells, monsters, items, backgrounds, feats, races. So there's really a lot. So choose which one you guys want to go down through first. The plan is not too complicated. We're not going to go through too many of them. Like 5, 10 of them, depending on how it goes. Some things are obviously longer than others. For now, though, so like order differently, we're gonna do. Let's do spells or magic items. I clicked on the wrong thing. All right. Give me the worst ratings. That's the highest. I was like, how did Matt Mercer make the worst reviewed? All right, let's check out the first one. Negative 12 points, 430 views. All right, contender number 1, the Absorb Power Potion. This potion, you can absorb another person's power, leaving them drained of any magic. It's a very rare potion. How does this even work? Nice concept, but what does it do? Yeah, exactly. I'm a little, I'm confused. What is this, like, you drink the potion, but somehow take their power? It's a little weird. But is it as bad as the deck of tarot cards? Deck of tarot cards from which various things may happen, ranging from an empty omen to crazy occurrences at the DM's discretion. Well, okay, so it's pretty much the deck of many things. I have a feeling a lot of these low-reviewed ones are just going to be lack of explanation. This could be cool if you could roll on the table. Here's a few examples. I use ChatGPT to... Okay, it's pretty much the deck of many things, but... Yeah, again, issue. You don't know what it does. Okay, I just want to see how bad people can make some stuff. Here's something cool. Bashing Shield. 2.5 diameter metal shield. Gives normal armor bonuses, plus allows the wielder to do 1 additional attack at full attack bonuses. Their opponent does not get an attack of opportunity. Damages bludgeoning and does 2d6 plus 3 plus strength. Crit on natural 20 damage is doubled. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's just pretty much kind of like an offensive shield, but the damage is a little wild on it, to be quite honest. Alright. The Scroll. Ancient Scripture has 1 use ability. When it's used, it grants you the magical ability to summon AO to grant you what you desire. Alright. I think a lot of these are just fake. To be quite honest, it's a little, it seems a little catered to their campaign or lack of explanation. I think we switch, guys, to spells. Alright, the worst spells that people have made on D&D Beyond. We start with Jacob's Big Feet. It's a 3rd level spell. For the duration of the spell, the target gains the benefits of Jacob's Big Feet by Vermilion Penguin. Okay, this is something else you gotta click on. Additionally, you increase your con by 2, then immediately decrease your con by 2. Huh? Wait, additionally you increase your con by 2, and then immediately decrease your con by 2. I assume maybe this means after it's over, your thing goes down by 2. Furthermore, for the duration spell, any spell that allows the target to regain its hit points doubles the dice for the healing effect if it is casted at a higher level. I assume higher level than the spell. Moreover, when you cast the spell, there's a 33% chance that you forget about it. You don't forget the spell itself, it still counts against your number of known spells, you just don't remember that you have it. Okay. Besides, if the spell is cast by a Circle of Spores Druid, it can be cast only in beast shape. The regular rules of wild shape still apply. Yeah, this is awful. I just don't get it. I also don't know what Jacob's Big Feet are, so I mean, I can see that. I could probably go down the rabbit hole and find out, but ability buff. It's cantrip. This is important. Cantrips you can cast as much as you want. You assume a different ability buff when you cast a spell. Choose one of the following options, the effect of which lasts for the duration of the spell. While the spell lasts, you can end one option as an action to gain the benefits of a different one. So, pretty much, for one bonus action, and it lasts for 3 rounds, you can Adapt your body to a faster appearance, and your character is faster for the next 3 rounds, plus 10 walking speed. You transform your energy into strength. Your moves are stronger and are proficient in all melee weapons. This lasts for 3 rounds, plus 5 damage for any weapon. You're able to double your jump. You're able to fly for 1 turn. You can only use 1 at a time. Okay, yeah, this is incredibly broken. It's the fact that it's a cantrip. It's a bonus action. It lasts for 3 rounds. You can buff your movement speed by 10. Probably this one I actually really don't like, because the only really unique thing about fighters is that they have proficiency in like every melee weapon. So it kind of takes away from that. Also, the plus 5 damage for any weapon is absolutely crazy. The jump is not a big deal for me. This one is actually, you know, you could probably sell me on this one if you pitch it hard enough. But absolutely, the flying is a no-go. Religious gatherings. First level spell, 10 minutes. 12 hours for the duration, but you can cast it as a ritual. As a non-combat action, the caster can cast the spell to summon their religious god. Wait, hold up. You could just immediately summon them into the battlefield? The religious god can only be summoned in a religious format, a chapel, church, etc. Okay, so it has to be in like a location. The religious god will offer blessings and guidance to those who seek it at the religious environment. Any evil alignment within 10 feet of the god must make a DC 20 con check, or have their alignment set to lawful good for 1d10 hours. This is assuming that the deity is good, and that I played with enough D&D players to know they immediately worship the most evil thing that they can. The god will not engage in any combat unless the religious format is being overrun by evil alignments. The god that the caster has summoned will only be available for 12 hours and cannot leave the religious area upon which it was summoned. Okay. Obvious reasons why this is bad. The idea of, at first level, you can pretty much summon your deity and talk to them is obviously not something that should be allowed. I think my favorite thing about this is like putting the restriction that they can't attack in combat unless they're overrun by evil alignments. That's just funny. Yeah, it's a bit of a silly one. Alright. Is this like a reverse Zeus? Did you mean to put Zeus? Zeus's Rage. It's a cantrip, bonus action, 4 rounds. Full boost to all stats but causes mild madness. This has does not expand on what that means. Alamira's Scrying Orb. This sounds cool. It's a 3rd level spell, casting time of 1 minute. Lasts for 3 days. You create an orb within sight. The orb is invisible. It's 100 foot in diameter. It's pretty huge. While the spell is active, you can transfer your mind to the orb. When your mind is transferred, you can see and hear everything in the area and communicate telepathically with any creature within the area. To creatures with true sight, you look like golden spectral form of yourself. This is not bad, actually. I mean, it's kind of like Arcane Eye, which might be the problem, is the spell level. Can we see what people said? Because I don't know what their spell's overpowered and it's just a cheaper version of a spell that already exists. I mean, I don't think it's like insanely overpowered, but yeah, maybe make it 6 level. So yeah, I was saying I think they're gonna have a problem with the spell level. The first sentence should be 2 sentences. Spell should also put you in suspended animation so you don't die of hunger. These are just suggestions. Yeah, okay. So it's obviously inspired off Arcane Eye, but it seems like people are mad for the spell level. Abasement. Reduce the line to nothing more than mice among the titans. It's just a quote. Absolute Revivify. Holy shit. 4th level spell, 1 action, instantaneous. It looks like it costs nothing to do it, but brings back anybody to half health within a 5-foot radius and turns them into zombies. The one you don't want to turn into zombies, you must say their names verbally. And it's a wizard-only spell. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a cursed spell if I've ever seen one. You create a dome. So this is a 7th level spell. Casting time is 10 hours and lasts until dispelled. Pretty insane casting time. Create a dome 100 feet in radius, which combines the plane of evil or chaos within the material plane. Spells that deal all damage except for thunder fires. Force and Necrotic cannot be casted in that area. Wait, huh? Spells that deal all damage except for thunder. I don't know if they're trying to say that spells do all damage except for these ones. If a creature stays in that area for a week, its alignment changes to chaotic evil. Beginning of each turn, a creature within the dome takes 46 force damage. Creatures that Infinity Fate take an extra 1d6. Yeah, this part doesn't make sense to me. If it's really double or all damage, that is very, very crazy. Because it lasts until it's dispelled. But, I mean, this other half of the section is really not that big of a deal. Absorb creatures. Spell takes in creatures and then it takes them. Okay. It's a cantrip, 1 action, until dispelled 1 round. Yeah, it's a little confusing. Aegis. Get a shield of raw magic to try to deflect attack. You gain +2 to the AC. The efforts drain your magic. You cannot cast spells of 1st level or higher on your next turn. You must not be wielding a shield to cast this spell. Okay, so it's kind of like a weaker version of shield, but it is a cantrip. So you can cast it as much as you want, which is the real problem here. Other than like action economy with your reaction, but... Oh, but I just realized, sorry, I forgot about this. The fact that you can't cast spells on your next turn is kind of wild when you are putting it on Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. If it's on a half caster, it's like whatever, but yeah, these are full casters. That is never worth it. Apparate, spell instantly transports you. Yeah, so that's crazy that it's a cantrip where you could just teleport wherever you want. Yeah, theoretically, you can just keep teleporting around the world, nothing can stop you. I'm gonna get that same plane of existence, but that's still OP. Were people happy with this one? Yeah, why do people keep making overpowered cantrips? I 100% agree. That is crazy. Each time you are parted with, including you, you must make a dex saving throw. Or take 20 minus dex plus n times d10 damage instantly. What? What does this even mean? Where dexterity is the total dexterity for the creature who failed the saving throw, and n is the number of creatures you apparated with, including you. This is too much to keep track of. I don't get it. You made a cantrip, and it's the most broken spell in the game. Like, just keep it broken. Double down on it. Fern, welcome. It's been a while. It has. It's been quite some time, but hopefully we'll be back open for business. Hope you are doing well. We are reviewing the lowest rated homebrew on D&D Beyond. We're specifically looking at spells. Alright. Mass power to kill. So, another cantrip. Man, all of these are just cantrips. And I think that's probably going to be like the nail in the coffin for a lot of them. Most likely. Okay, so 1 action, it's instantaneous. You utter a word that can compel a minimum of 137 creatures you could see within range to die instantly. Every chosen creature dies. That's crazy. There's no saving throw. There's no limit on the target. I mean, 137. When are you ever going to have more than 10 targets in front of you. This is crazy. Sometimes in D&D, when you give people complete power to do what they want to do as DMs, they kind of make stuff like this. And the best way I can note it so the way some DMs run D&D is essentially it's like a game you played when you were 3, where it's like, hey, I shot you with my gun, right? And then the other one says, well, I had bulletproof armor on. And then the other one says, well, actually, my bullets go through bulletproof armor. And then it says, well, actually, my armor actually had another armor under the bulletproof armor that stops bulletproof armor that stops or goes through bulletproof. You get the idea. And it's just... That's what it feels like when people make these spells. Airwalk. Oh, I didn't know you could do different colors. That's actually kind of cool. Looks nice. 3rd level spell, 1 action, 3 hours. Special technique that's been passed down the generation by an old sorcerer tribe who lived in the sky. Legend states the spell is lost forever when the tribe fell. Only since recently has it been catching more attention. It said that there can only be one user of this power at any moment in time. So when you use this spell, you get a flying speed of 80 feet. If you're still flying, you fall and gain feather fall. You can use this action to create a 15-foot grand whirlwind. What is he? I think grand. Okay, just a grand whirlwind. Okay. Centered on a point that you can see within 60 feet. Each creature in that area must make a con saving throw, or they take 46, or half as much. If a large creature or a small creature fails the save, creature is also pushed up to 10 feet away from the center of the cube. Okay, I think the biggest red flag about this spell is probably the fact that only one person can have it at a time for a 3rd level spell. So just fly but better? I mean, like, it's like you do go faster than fly does, right? Because you have 80 feet, but like only one person can have it. I guess 3 hours. Yeah, it's essentially fly but better, but you can also whirlwind this. This spell feels like it's trying to create a solution for a problem that it has created in itself. Right? It's like, oh, I have a solution for this thing that's not a problem, but I guess I'll make it a problem. So here's the solution. Whoops. Appearance, transmute tone. 5th level spell, 1 action, until dispelled. Will change the appearance of any race and language you speak to what you look like, but you understand it. For example, you understand Common, but they speak Goblin or Elvish, so you speak what language they know, but you hear it in Common. Usable by rogues as a free action by rogue. It's funny that says it's usable by rogues, but they're not listed here. I don't know why. I get the idea of this. A lot of sci-fi shows do something where it's like, oh, hey, all the species are saying something different, but, you know, you hear it in English because some intergalactic translator that everybody has. And I think that's what they're going for, but that is, it's obviously insanely powerful, especially because it seems like you cast it once, you have it forever, right? Because until dispelled or triggered. So once you have access to 5th level spells, you can talk to anything. Which then kind of ruins the specialty of choosing languages. But it's pretty powerful. How's it going? I'm back. Welcome back, Wifty. We are checking out the worst reviewed stuff on D&D Beyond. So, I mean, yeah, I can see why this one's a problem. It's a cool idea, I just wouldn't put it as a spell. It should be like almost like an artifact level tome with how important that is. Aqua Lance. This is a 7th level spell. 1 action, instantaneous. Alright, torrent of water forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide blasts out from you in a direction you choose. Each creature must make a dex saving throw or take a d12. Just one d12. Wait, those reviews are really high for the worst? That's what I put. Oh, there's a rating threshold that I did not get rid of. Filtered spells. Okay, maybe here we go. This has got to be it, right? Can't get lower than this. We don't have a threshold. Alright. Mind control. Allows the player to control any creature or possessed item within 100 feet as long as the player knows its name and its language. It's a first level spell. It's until dispelled. Yeah, that's crazy. It doesn't look like there's any saving throw or anything. Acid Nap. Again, a cantrip. Alright, this is the first level spell, to be fair. Cantrip, so... you should review races and classes. We can jump on that, honestly. I was half expecting this to be really OP or really edgy. That's kind of the trend that we're seeing, honestly. That's just OP no? Yeah, this is absolutely broken. This is incredibly broken. Even if you did try to tie a saving throw on it, like, it's very rare you can get away with the idea that, like, one saving throw could result in the loss of your character. This is crazy. And if you ever want to know the biggest way to tell if something is insanely OP, if this was casted on the players, would they lose their shit? And, like, they absolutely would, right? Extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas. Must succeed on a con save throw or fall asleep and take 1d6 poison damage. This was perfectly fine until it automatically said they fall asleep. It's really hard in D&D to get people to just go to sleep. Even the sleep spell, funny enough, is pretty weak. I've had a horror story with this once. Yeah, I've been there too. It feels very reminiscent of, like, when a DM kind of brings up, like, a deity as the main villain, but they introduce them at, like, level 1 or 3, and they just are so much more powerful than you, and you're like, okay, what do you want me to do here? Asmar Wings. So, again, a cantrip, large wings sprout from your back. Angelic if good, skeletal if evil. Gain a flying speed of 60 feet. After 1 hour, you must rest, and the wings still... You fall if still aloft after 60 minutes. Yeah, this is terrible. It's giving you the only feature of Aasimars, but in fact, actually insanely better because you have a flying speed of 60 feet for 1 hour, which is crazy. And it's a cantrip. So, this is terrible. Skeletal wings. Yeah, it fits the edgy part. I mean... I know what they meant by skeletal wings. It's just like your wings are not feathered; they're just bones, which is cool. I'm more of a fan of doing white wings or black wings based on your alignment, but I know some people like the skeleton. But yeah, this is obviously very, very, very OP. Taking away the special features of Aasimars and just kind of giving it to you. No action, you can just recast it as yourself. Yeah, that's actually true. That's a good point that you brought up, friend. You can just cast this whenever you want. Flaming Barrage of the Awakened One. Yeah, this one's gonna pump, you know that. A 9th level spell. Okay, we're cooking. You know what? This one, at least it's 9th level. For whatever we're about to read. 1 action, instantaneous. Quote the speech of an ancient primordial to awaken a power that's been kept away from any mortal that would use the spell for harm. Once the words, and then here's some runic chant. It totally says yabba dabba doo. That's I speak the language, by the way. is spoken, a rumble will begin to form around the party. It will grow in strength and then stop. As a gargantuan rift forms in front of your eyes, as a gargantuan-sized primordial comes to the rift, attacking the gargantuan entity. I just threw that in there. It's not actually real. Attacking the entity that the caster thought of while the spell was being cast. The primordial will then, with its ancient power, fire 3 orbs of ancient magic. The entity that the primordial is targeting has to make 3 separate DC 23 dex saves or 40 d6 true damage per dex save failed to make the dice 20 d6 if the entity succeeds the save, for example. Okay, I need a second to breathe. Man, the real crime of this spell is not putting commas or periods or anything. It's just a run-on sentence. You can tell it's straight fire when it's all in lower capitals. Yeah, you're right, honestly. It's just funny, like... Oh, my bad, accidentally. The funny part is, a gargantuan rift forms in front of your eyes as a gargantuan-sized primordial comes through the rift. Yeah, true damage, yeah. We're playing League right now. Alright, going back to it. Her dex save failed to make the 20d6 if the entity succeeds the save. For example, if it rolled a 3, all 3 saves, then fails 1, the damage would be as follow: 40d6 plus 40d6 plus 20d6, and so on. So for every dex save succeeded makes one of the damage dice a 20d6. Wow. You can tell this was a DM wanting to introduce a boss and make it epic with big numbers, but the party didn't give the reaction he or she wanted. It could, I mean, it's like, what is your reaction if someone ever tells you to make 3 DC 23 dex saves, right? And you are taking 40d6, like assuming you failed all 3, okay? You're taking 120 d6 of damage. Okay, I'm gonna take out my phone calculator here. I don't have an app, but so theoretically it's 100. The maximum damage of that is 720 damage, and this is true damage, right? So you can't reduce it in any way, shape, or form. But if you hypothetically succeeded on all 3, right, you just divide that by half. You would still take 360 damage for the maximum, right? Assuming the rolls are crazy. But keep in mind, if your threshold is 360, the average of that is still enough to kill pretty much most max level characters. This is obviously crazy. I'm actually curious to see what the comments are. I would consider making this a ninth level spell as the damage output. It exceeds that of Meteor Swarm. A powerful... Okay, so it looks like before it wasn't a ninth level spell. And now it is, so... 95 d12s, pretty much. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Yeah, it's a 45% chance of killing a task in one shot. I would limit it to 20 d12 bludgeoning. Wait, is it d12 or d6? Okay, it's d6. You should also either make it an attack or have it a save DC. Yeah. 1240 potential damage on the turn of the spell being cast with no save, obviously balanced. Wait, did I do it wrong? Is it not? No, I don't know how you got like 1,000, but yeah, I mean, overall, it doesn't matter. This thing is insanely broken. Why are we hitting on this? It seems like a great BBG goal. What? Wait, it takes 1 action? That's not the issue. The issue is not the action, brother. It's the insane damage, even if you succeed. Ugh, it's terrible. No, we gotta move on from this one. How spammable is it? Not at all. It's a, yeah, as Fern just said, it's a 9th level spell, so theoretically you can cast it once, maybe twice if you have like a special item. This is crazy though. At least the range is 60 feet, guys. You know, maybe you can outrange it. Okay. Surely, it's not worse than Deathbolt. What? Are you kidding? The target takes 2,000 D20 necrotic damage? How is this rated lower than this? Oh my goodness, it's a cantrip with no action and it's instantaneous. The range is 100 feet. There's no components. You just choose someone and they blow up. Although Boon of High Magic for the Flaming Brooch, yeah, maybe. To be honest, I could see some battle with a bunch of fodder NPCs that he wanted to kill off. There's other ways to do that, though. No, it's not worse than the DM didn't think the damage could stack. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this... If a DM ever presented this ability, I'm walking out the door. I'm not going anywhere. I'm leaving. It's not a campaign for me, man. I'm out. That is just crazy. Okay. Draco Lich. Yeah, you know what? I'm curious to see what people, what's the response on this one? It's gotta be great. For the sake of making this realistic, don't make this a cantrip. Probably should be 7th level or higher. Don't use D20s for damage. Nice. I'll limit this to just wizards or death domain clerics. I mean, this is a lot of work for a spell that is just inherently wrong at its, like, core thinking. I think it's fine as it is. Fair point. Yeah, this is crazy. Okay, Draco Lich. Summons a pet Draco Lich. It's a cantrip, 1 action. I mean, this is like... Yeah, I mean, obviously the idea of summoning a pet Draco Lich is insane. But if it's just cosmetic and it's just there to hang out, it's really just up to the DM. I don't think it's like the worst idea. It's just, is the DM comfortable with the idea of like a little Draco Lich being with them? This was referring to the flaming thing, but Deathbolt is interesting. Yeah. This is just a reskinned Powered Kill. Well, at least Powered Kill has limits on it, right? It's 9th level. They have to be like at 100 health or lower. It can still be counterspelled. But Deathbolt, see, components where it says none, means you can't even know if the spell's going off. You can't counterspell it, right? Technically, like rules is written. So yeah, it's just a death sentence. Yeah, the pet Draco Lich with 20 intelligence. Yeah, it could solve the puzzles for you. I won't lie, sometimes my players have spent too long solving a puzzle. Maybe I'll have this spell right here for them. I'll summon the Draco Lich to solve it for them. Absolute 0. 9th level spell, 1 action. 100 feet, this is pretty normal for now. Instantaneous, evocation. Sends a wave of ice, freezing everything in its area. It's too vague. That's most likely going to be the issue. There's no saving throw tied to it. There's no damage. Unspecific, but it's actually good. Yeah, it's a great idea, right? It's like almost like a blizzard being sent out. Think of a day after tomorrow, where like, you know, they have the everything getting frozen around. But yeah, this person literally just needs to add the saving throw and the damage, and it's a great spell. Why do paladins have this? Huh? But it's a 9th level spell. Nothing states that it is loyal. Nothing empty ref. I don't know if nothing's here today. I think he might. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I don't get why paladins have this. It's a 9th level spell. Makes no sense. So good point on that comment. Let's jump into the next one. Abyss Shriek. Blast foes with Screaming Soul and Shadow. Okay. Once again, too vague. Have no idea what's going on. We're gonna look at the last one, and then we're gonna jump to races and stuff like that. Cantrip, 1 reaction, instantaneous. Unlimited range. Any dice rolled by you or an ally can be re-rolled, ignoring any penalty or disadvantage. Instead, roll 4 dice and choose the best result? Huh? Really? It's a cantrip? You can cast as much as you want? Takes your reaction? But you roll 4 dice and choose the best one? This is crazy. Amateur hour. I want to see the edgiest stuff. I mean, we can like kind of filter through, right, by what sounds edgy. Million chains, maybe. 30 chains come off from your body and fly through the air. Each do 1d4 damage. That's crazy. This move takes 2 actions and 1 to summon the chains and another to fire the chains. Each spell level, it goes by 5 chains. Wait, okay, let's theory craft here with this one. So if you theoretically casted it at 9th level, right, that's 8 additional chains. Oh, wait, no, it's 5 additional chains. So that's 40 additional chains if you casted it at 9th level, right? Plus the 30, so you have 70 chains that each do a d4. Crazy. The races are going to be the pinnacle of overpowered edginess. Yeah, we just might find some cool stuff. Let's actually jump to it. Last one I want to see is Power of the Gods. This one, not going to lie, clickbaited me. It's a cantrip, 1 action until dispelled. It gives you unlimited power and you have infinite hit points, infinite strength, and infinite cash. I like the idea of putting the infinite cash in there. Like that lets you know this was made by... Remember what I said over here? In case anyone missed it, I'll explain it one more time. This is very important as we move forward. A lot of DMs, when given the power, will make rules and stuff like this. I have a gun. The gun shoots you. And then the person says, I have body armor. That stops the bullet from hitting. Then the guy says, well, actually, my bullets go through body armor. And then the other guy says, well, I have another armor under my body armor that stops body armor piercing bullets. And, you know, it goes on and on and on and on. Until eventually it's just the whole thing's a mess. Yeah, this is crazy. Power of the Gods. Yeah, I gotta take a picture of this one. Next time my DM asks me what I'm gonna cast, I'll let him know. Alright. Let's go jump to races. The infinite cash is still the funniest part. It's just like, it just reminds me of like when you have GTA. We have a Twitch scammer. Hey, sorry, brother, you want to offer it? No, I'm good on that part. Thank you for asking, but I don't need any of that. Give me one moment. Alright. Let's jump into the next thing. Alright, we have 2 options here. I'm gonna ask what you guys want. Do we want to go to the lowest reviewed ones, where we pretty much for sure know they're gonna be bad, or do we just blind run this, right? These are kind of neutral, so they haven't really been reviewed. They could be hit or miss. Do you ever use boss has legendary action magic missile to autofill death saves on a whim? That's so torturous of you guys. It's fair game, but it's unimaginably cruel. But it's also very clever. Alright, let's go to the worst ones for now. That's probably how we will you'll see the edgiest ones. For some reason I can't check out the ratings. So maybe the most comments will spark the most controversial. That's possible. All right. Vampire races. Here's your first edgy one. I'm going to obviously not read these word for word because we would be here for an eternity. So I'm just gonna kind of skim the ideas of what's going on here. Fern, welcome back. Unless is it another Fern? Do we have a second Fern here? Or is it the same Fern? Because we have Fern Fellow. But this is just Fern. Alright. So, power and abilities. Possess superhuman strength. Speed and agility. This is usual stuff with vampires. Double Fern. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Vampires can manipulate shadows. Okay, let's actually just check out their traits. The lore is going to be yeah, I'm real. Yeah, we have a bit of a doppelganger. Okay, so born from a cursed lineage of vampires, you have a measure of protection against necrotic harm. Whether the four creatures are dark magic, you stand firm. Whether it's faltered, the chilling touch of death. Okay, I'm really... The resistance to necrotic damage is both a blessing and a reminder of your vampiric heritage. Okay, so I'm going to assume you just get resistance to necrotic damage. Wait, what if I'm schizophrenic and none of this is real and I'm in an asylum? You are, actually, Wifty. This is our way of trying to get to you. Please wake up. You've been asleep in an asylum, kind of in a little delusional state. We've all been sent to get you out. This is the only way we could reach you, is through a Twitch stream. Okay. ASI increase doesn't really matter because there's the whole rule where you can just kind of throw it anywhere. So, I mean, this is not like, it's not crazy. I don't know why it's reviewed so bad, unless there's something I missed. Looks good, but no one has time to read, hence shorten it. And that's not really a good thing. You lie, this is YouTube? Well. That's why it was so hard to reach you. You know, we don't have it to an exact perfect plan. That's a fair point. You got me there. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely, you know, thin out your words where you can, but that's not some things just have to be long when you write them. There's no other way to do it. Rohallan. Physical feature. Rohallans are humanoid beings with diverse human skin tones. They are modeled after humans in the same way Adam was modeled after God. Dress typically contemporary and stylish. Black eyes, white with rose gold irises. Let's just check out what happens here. Varies from 5 feet to 10 feet. Use strings to manipulate a creature or object in 30 feet, as if using the telekinesis spell. You can also spend a hit dice to heal if taking a short rest. As if taking a short, so you can just heal yourself. This is really weird. Yeah, I don't know. This almost feels like it's trying to be like a puppeteer race, which kind of could have been cool, but it's just immunities, poison, disease, exhaustion, and suffocation, and psychic. So you're immune to poison, diseases, exhaustion, suffocation, and psychic damage. You have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing. Yeah, this is terrible. This is... I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is dog shit idea. What are these free resistances you get, man? Oh, but at least you're vulnerable to radiant damage. Nah, this is... Oh, terrible. Elder Glimmer. Cosmic shapeshifters who feed and promote various human emotions. They can alter their appearance to reflect the emotional states they evoke, influencing the world based on their emotions they embody. Okay, so they're kind of like Pennywise from It and Mary Poppins have these traits. This is kind of a cool idea. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of vibe with this for a second. But let's see how it is. A size again, doesn't really matter. They are ageless, existing outside from the normal flow of time. They mature at the equivalent of 30 years in human terms, but do not age thereafter. So the thing is that actually inherently, there we go. Inherently, actually, ageless creatures is not too wild of a thing, because like Warforges and Verdans are kind of like something that maybe could be immortal as far as age goes. Not like, you know, they can't die, they could obviously still die. That's not a problem. 30 feet for walking, 60 feet for dark vision, not bad. Okay, yeah. The true form of the Elder Glimmer is incomprehensible, ever-shifting entity. When observed, it can appear as any creature, a combination of creatures, or even an object. So, Fear Weaver, this becomes a disturbing and unsettling, or Joybringer becomes pleasant and inviting. So this is probably the crazy part about it, is shifting its form. But let's keep reading. Glimmer Shift. As an action, you can shapeshift your ability to alter yourself into another creature. You turn into another kind of creature, then form can be any kind you choose. Challenge rating is less than equal to. Okay, so yeah, this is the part where it loses me. Essentially like kind of like a wild shape and polymorph together. You're limited in the actions you perform by the nature of this new... Yeah, no, this is still pretty powerful. Yeah. Alright, we're nearing the end of the stream. So for you, Wifty, we're gonna go ahead and look, specifically cherry pick what sounds like it could be edgy just for you. Godzilla Dragonborn. No, that's not edgy. Hellspawn. Oh, it crashed. That's how edgy the Hellspawn is, you can't even see it. Nothing there for now. Maybe Mistborn, but this could also be kind of fey. Mistborns are a race of enhanced humanoids guided by the deity that guards the Dark Lord's domain. Oh, we have a contender. You fill the air with mist. This is actually not bad. Hold up. Possess a willing creature and impose an intelligence check. It becomes possessed by you for 1 minute. On a success, they are immune to this effect for 24 hours. This is actually kind of cool. I don't mind this, actually. It's kind of like the spell, you aren't sorting by lowest. I'm not. Mainly because I can't. There isn't a button here for rating that lets me sort by the lowest rating. So that's the big issue. The only other thing I could do is sort it by comments, in the idea that the worst things might have the most comments on them. For some reason it's not. Even this is not working. My god, come on. Well, I guess we are shit out of luck here. Come on, D&D Beyond, get it together. It's possible races are cursed. Let's check out other things for future reference. Because we are going to end here within the next couple minutes, but magic items. We can sort by rating on magic items. How about feats? You can do it by ratings though. That's what I was trying to do. So you see how on these ones, the ratings do have the arrows on them. I don't need to zoom in that hard, but you can see the arrows where I can sort it. For some reason, when it comes to browsing races, it does not show up. You can see right here. There's no arrows on the rating for me to sort by the lowest. Unless, like, the rating threshold doesn't even work either, because all it is just taking away anything past that threshold. Check out classes. Let's see if classes work. Looks like there's just subclasses. I could do subclasses in the future when this time comes on. Could we do monsters? Yeah, feels like we could do everything but races for some reason. So yeah, we'll check out some other stuff next time. But on that note, it was a bit of a shorter stream. But I wanted to make sure to get one because we've been gone for a while. We'll start to jump back on it, and then hopefully be having a lot of fun together. So that being said, everybody who was watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for welcoming me back. I did post some new videos in the time that I was busy, so if you haven't, go ahead and give those a check. I hope you like them. That being said, nothing. You came in right at the end. Finding midnight streams like finding a shiny Pokemon, rare and amazing. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Darn, I'm late. Don't worry. Should everything go right, there'll definitely be a stream in the next 3 days. I just don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday, but I know for sure I will be streaming. We did have some fun reviewing some of the worst rated stuff on D&D Beyond. So when the stream ends, you can go back and give that a watch and then be ready next time. With that being said, everybody, have yourselves a great night. Enjoy your weekend. It's a beautiful Saturday night. Go out and have a great time. Unless you're on the other side of the world, in case it's daytime. So, go get a nice bagel or coffee or something. All right, take care, everyone. Have a nice cup of coffee, and I'll see you on the next.